If you are a parent or a dad, I have just one question for you. Have you thought of what will happen to your wife or your children when you pass on, leaving behind businesses and properties without a will or a trust? Today, we will be talking about this very costly mistake that parents make by leaving behind businesses and properties for their children or spouse without a will or a trust. There is a study that said more than 80% of the court cases in Cameroon is as a result of land dispute, and this problem can be avoided. I come from a very large family, but there is one thing you don't know about my family. My family holds the record of the highest court case in the entire English-speaking Cameroon. As I grew up, I met with almost all the people that my dad fought with during those court cases. To my greatest surprise, they were all amazing and beautiful people. But you know what happened? Their parents failed to establish a trust or a will that will ensure a proper transition of these properties to their children. All these beautiful people in my family went through this trauma with little fault of their own. Their parents, on the flip side, didn't know any better. They just wanted to secure wealth and property for their children without knowing the right way to go about it. Maybe right now you're fighting with your brother or sister over a piece of land or business your parents left behind. We can't turn back the hand of time, but we can build the future moving forward. You might say, oh, my children are happy, they love one another, they play with one another, they actually trust one another. I want to let you know, properties and land and business change people very, very fast. These problems can be avoided. If you set up a day or two with an estate planner, you can avoid your children, your wife, your brothers and your sisters fighting with each other for more than 2 decades like mine in the court. You might be asking the question, who is this for? Maybe this is for the multi-billionaire or this is for the multi-millionaire. I want to let you know this is for everybody. If you have a house, you have a car, you have a piece of land, I want to let you know you should spend some time with an estate planner and actually come up with a structure as to what will happen with this land, with this car, with this house when you pass on. Anything can happen, and I want to let you know, be prepared. You might also be asking the question, how old should I be to actually participate in this process? I want to let you know, if you have a child, you should be thinking about this. If you have a spouse, you should be thinking about this. If you truly love your family and want to see them happy after you pass on, spend a day or two with an estate planner and come up with a structure to ensure proper transition of your properties when you pass on. All this time that they will spend in court, fighting and hating one another, this time could be spent for us building our nation, establishing businesses, growing and making the world a better place. Let's avoid this costly mistake by planning properly for the future of our children.